Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodle 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 doo. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. Hey, I got a light over here that is buzzing. I'm going to turn it off real quick. Do you see the yellow in here? I think I see yellow, and it's coming from that light, but it's also like ringing in my ear. So I'm going to turn that off really quick. But I haven't left. I'm still with you. All right. Did that get rid of that yellow? I think it did. I feel like I'm a little under the weather. Can you hear it? Can you hear it in my throat? Okay, what we're doing today is we're going to do a random ranking. We're going to go to my movie collection behind me and pick out 3 movies at random and then rank those movies based on whatever criteria we come up with. I'll rank them here in the video, but if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. Let's get to ranking some movies. Here we go. Alright, I don't know. Let's see what this does. And then let's maybe give it a little bit of this. And then something back here. What's this gonna say? Alright. Cool. Ooh. Alright, here we go. First off, we have The Perfect Storm. I saw this in the theater with my mom. I remember, is this like when I first saw John Hawkes and I really liked him in it? I think it might have been. I remember rewatching this somewhat recently and having some issues with it, though. I can't remember what those issues were. Excuse me, sorry. This is a one take, so I'm not going to edit that out. I'm sorry. I can't remember what those issues were, but I do remember watching it and thinking, something was up. Something was up. Maybe it's Mark Wahlberg. Remember, I'm not the biggest fan of Mark Wahlberg. I like him in some stuff, but not everything. George Clooney is in this. Regardless, my early memories of this movie is really liking it. And then, you know, liking John Hawkes, and I think maybe that was my introduction to him. I don't really remember. Maybe in a big film. His name's not even on the front. That's too bad. But, yeah, I just wish, I don't know, whatever those problems I had in my rewatch, they weren't enough to stick, so, I don't know. Still a good movie, right? Next we have From Dusk Till Dawn. Sometimes I want to say until. From Dusk Till Dawn. And I rewatched this not that long ago. Actually, it was a long ago. It was not the October we just had, but the previous October was the last time I watched it. Wow, it's been a year. Doesn't feel like it. Time flies when you're getting old. But I showed it to my wife, and I was like, oh, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Because when I was a kid, I loved it, and I especially loved the end, the back half. But then watching it as an adult, I liked the beginning half more. And then when it turns into that like horror action, I just kind of, I don't know, zone out, I guess. I don't know. It just wasn't as exciting and cool and edgy and all of that. It just wasn't as entertaining as the front half. The front half felt like a really good Tarantino movie. And then the back half, you know, felt different. You know, with you know, the special effects and stuff. Oh, and I remember, like, you have all these vampires everywhere, but they don't have anything to do. They're kind of like the putties from Power Rangers, or the Foot Clan from Turtles. You know, where they're just kind of hanging out in the background, waiting their turn, if I remember right, something like that. But anyway, I still like the movie, even though I had those issues with it. Next we have The Bone Collector, which I have not seen in a long time. If I remember correctly, Denzel Washington is in a bed the entire film. Maybe quadriplegic? I can't remember fully. And he and Angelina Jolie are out here solving crimes, and I was just getting ready to say I can't remember who the bad guy is, but I just remembered it. But I'm going to let you watch it so that you can see. But look, I'm also seeing Al Bundy in here. Also, this guy who I always thought had a unique hairline. Can't think of something he's in. Actually, he's in something with Ed Burns that I really like Ed Burns, and he's in a movie with Ed Burns and Jennifer Aniston that I really like. Um, I can't remember now. Got it on VHS in the other room. Um, but yeah, this movie here, it's pretty good, pretty good. All right, but how are we gonna rank them? I don't know. This is kind of interesting because none of these are like my favorite movie, and especially after watching Dusk Till Dawn, which would have been a sure win until I gave it that rewatch. In the rewatch, I liked the beginning, but then my favorite part as a kid is not my favorite part as an adult. So, what are we gonna do? Perfect Storm. I just remember not liking it as much during my rewatch. Bone Collector is one that I feel like my wife and I would put in more often. We've kind of changed our movie habits a little bit, but when I don't know, maybe before kids or something, this is exactly the type of movie we'd put on in the background while we're working on other stuff. I don't know. I think I still have to give it to this. I'm gonna go ahead and still give it from Dusk Till Dawn. Plus, I have that nostalgia. See, now nostalgia's working this way. You know what? I almost put Bone Collector at number 1, but I might put it at number 3. Perfect Storm, just, seeing it with my mom when I was a kid. Or is it this? Bone Collector, just a good movie to put on in the background. I think this is what we'll do. Just to know I don't feel really confident in the order, I'm going to go ahead and say I feel confident in this being number 1. Even though I have a strong change of opinion on it. But anyway, we're going to do From Dusk Till Dawn, then Bone Collector, then The Perfect Storm. But my question to you is, have you seen these movies? These 3 right here. And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all 3, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for a more pure hangout.